Hey everybody, thanks for joining me. My name's David. So, you always experience your thoughts coming back to you. So, this whole world, we would call it energy. We call it matter, manifestation. Can I convince you that all of that is neutral? The law of neutrality, the idea that you have to put something out in order to get it back. So, everything, if you just take a moment and look around, and wherever you're at watching this video, and just imagine that every single thing you're seeing or hearing or anything from your senses, you are the creator of it. You are giving it all its meaning. You are deciding how to experience it. You are deciding what it means for you in that particular moment. This is why each one of us is the creator of our life and our experiences. Now, we have this law of neutrality, which means everything, energy-wise, is neutral. Now, that also means that all thought is not neutral. Feeling is not neutral. Now, this is interesting. So here we are, we have all this energy. And over here, we have this thought and feeling. Can you see how this one's neutral, this one's not, and then they come together? And that's what creation is. We communicate our thought and feeling with the neutrality of the world. And we give it meaning and thereby have that experience of what we give it. Now, this is awesome when you get it because now you can do it on purpose, you see. But first, we have to understand that what I'm saying is even true. What do you mean? I mean, when I look out there, I see this and this. I mean, how much is the world telling you what it is? Can I convince you that it's really you telling it? This is what judgment is. Judgment is a way of looking out at the world and somehow giving it meaning so quickly and so automatically that we believe it's coming back to us in the form of already has all the meaning that it has for us. And now we need to get from it somehow. When in reality, everything starts from you, your center, the law that says what you put out must come back, the law of giving and receiving that Jesus spoke about. You have to give in order to receive, he says. Then that means nothing out there is coming other than what you have decided to experience. Now, this doesn't give a lot of room for even people's personalities. That's right. They're coming from you. They're coming from each one of us. So, from my experience, when I finally started learning this, and words don't teach, I started experiencing it for myself. I started really looking and seeking and experiencing this idea of, wow, that's my thought, that's my thought, that's my thought. Sometimes in pain in my body, if I'm in pain in my body, I would say, that's my thought giving me pain, not the body. If I was in a relationship that wasn't going well, I would say that's my thought of them that's coming back to me, my own judgment of them that's coming back, nothing to do with them. If I'm looking at my money and it's not flowing, it's my thoughts about my money, nothing to do with the money. Now, what happens is this kind of lets go of this concept of an outside world. Let it go. There's no meaning out there. There's no nothing to get. We did not come to a planet Earth in order to get. We created this place in order to extend what we already are, in order to receive back more and to give to our creations, you see. It's right there in Genesis in the Bible. God created the sky. He created the water. He created the land and said it was good. Notice, he gave it a meaning, and he gave it a broad, very general meaning based on who he was and based on flow, right? That good means flow, and good means happy, and good means movement, you see. And he received it back. But what other meaning could he give it in that story except the meaning that he already has for himself? And that's the same thing here. We are loving beings. We are eternal beings. And we are masterful creators. So therefore, what else could we give to our creations except who we really are? So what happened? Somewhere along the line in our past, we inherited beliefs that were not who we are. We started believing we were small. We started believing we were just bodies and not spirits. We started believing that there was such thing as bad or evil or wrong or making mistakes. You see, and these became belief structures that are ongoing, mostly in our body mind, and we have attached ourselves to them. But what goes on in that body mind, what's going on in your mind as far as thoughts, is not neutral. You see? So no matter what thought you have, it's not neutral. You add that thought, that meaning, that feeling into neutral energy, and you create. So if you see yourself angry and frustrated, then that mind is gonna find something to be angry and frustrated about. And then we see it and we go, oh, you make me angry and frustrated. No, you were searching for something to give meaning to the anger and frustration that was already there. And you found them or that or there. Do you see how this works? We have all the power. If we believe we're not good looking, then we're going to look out there and see people that are also not good looking. Or we're going to see people that are good looking that we wish we were. Do you see? But what started first? Was it the persons that we saw, or was it the feeling that, well, I'm not good looking first? The belief structure from the past, and now it's giving meaning and seeking others in order to compare itself to. You see, the belief structure, I learned that the belief structure in my mind was literally seeking for something to give meaning to in order to make me feel, to match the belief that I wanted to be. If I wanted to be small, it was going to go find something out there to make me feel small. And then, of course, I blamed that person, that situation, for being small. But in reality, it had nothing to do with it. I was seeking it. Does that make sense? It's so awesome when we get this. Because one, you get an idea of how this works. It's amazing how our beliefs are just going out there in order to make you feel a certain way, and we don't even know we're doing it to ourselves. You see? If you have a problem in your knees, let's say, for example, and you had a hard time walking, then what has happened is there was a belief, for whatever reason, that I'm afraid to move forward in my life in certain ways, certain experiences, and therefore became stuck in your life. And now the knees are acting it out for you in order for it to be a physical experience. But the thought came first. The feeling came first. The belief came first, and then the manifestation in the body. Now we blame the body, we try to fix the body, and the thought and the manifestation hasn't even changed yet. Do you see how insidious this is? It's interesting. And I know that it can be very tricky for all of us because we don't always realize this world is neutral. But from this perspective, if you could just get a little bit of what I'm saying, then I recommend change the game. Be a creator. Look out at your world that is neutral. See it as just a pile of Legos that you get to create and experience any way you want. Every person, every place, everything, you get to decide. You don't have to label it, but you could. That mind loves to label first. We know that. Boy, you are this, and that now it already has meaning of its own. I already gave it a label. Boom, it's bad. But you can decide, how do I want to see this? How do I want to see this? Do I just want to breathe in and out? Okay, yeah. Or do I want to breathe in the breath of God? Whoa, that feels good. Do I want to breathe in the essence of my soul? Can you feel the difference between those two? Just breath. Or the essence of my soul. They're going to give you two different feelings. And the more you recognize when you do it on purpose and you start feeling it back, you're going to say, whoa, I did that. I gave it that meaning. The essence of God within. Ooh, that feels good. And as you look out at the world and you see the sun and you say, you are the light inside me. You are the light of love itself. Beautiful, lovely light. And then feel how that feels versus, it's too hot today. See how silly we are? All on repeat. Beep, 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 beep. Unconscious, unconscious, unconscious. Be conscious. Be one with your creations. Recognize its energy first and foremost. And you are bringing it into existence right now through thought or feeling or even spoken word. You are the creator of this moment. What you give it shall come back to you. If you knew that was true, if you knew you're walking around this world and with a lot of other souls and God's creation itself, and you knew it couldn't give you anything except what you can give it, what would you give it? How would you see it? And you knew that what you gave it, you would get back. Not only would you receive it back, but you give that consciousness, whatever that is that you are giving meaning, an opportunity to take it for themselves. That's big. You look at someone and say, oh man, they're kind of fat. You must eat too much or you don't exercise enough. Even if you just do it with your eyes, sometimes they can feel that judgment and take it on their own, right? If you do happen to say it, they can easily take it as their own. We take a lot of judgment as our own, don't we? We don't have to. But we can start by giving new judgment to other souls, to the creation itself, which is everywhere present. We can decide to see it. We can decide to see it as the Christ. We can decide to see everybody as the Christ. We can decide to see everybody as the Son of God. Or we can at least decide to see everybody as that which is love and innocent. If every moment is innocent, and it is, because it's neutral, you see? Everything is innocent. The water went over the wheel, now it's coming back. Whew. I always look at it like the wake of a boat, you know? The boat goes through, the wake forms into something, and then all of a sudden it just merges back in the water. A new boat goes through, you see? This is everything out there. If we continue to give people meaning based on transgressions from the past, you are only hurting yourself. You're holding on to fire inside of you of guilt and sin. This is what Jesus was talking about. Do not judge, therefore you will not be judged. Hold on to grace, give innocence, forgiveness. Why? Because the universe doesn't see it that way. You might see the past, they've done this and this happened to me and this is in the past, but your higher perspective does not. The laws of the universe do not. They say everything is neutral. Boom, starts over right now. So when we give it another meaning or the same meaning over and over, we only hurt ourselves. Why? I have learn the laws, follow the laws of the universe. It does me no good to look at someone and see them as guilty or sinful, regardless of what they've done, when the whole universe says they are new, that they have been baptized, so to speak, by the Holy Spirit, and they didn't even have to do it. It just automatically happened because grace is law. Neutrality is law. And when I say, nope, you shouldn't have done that, boom, it just comes right back to me. What's the point? And then I stop everything from flowing in my life and in my experience. That's not fun. How long have we all been doing that? Is it time to recognize the truth? Is it time to stop using our brothers and sisters to hurt ourselves? And stop using these past meanings that we have inherited of separation and sin and guilt and anger and blame in order to hurt ourselves and give an opportunity for someone else to take it for themselves. I say it is. It's time to start anew. It's time to recognize that this moment is going to be whatever you want it to be. And whatever experience, or rather whatever meaning you give it, and whatever way you decide to see it, how amazing or brilliant or wonderful you get to decide, how much light and love that you put into it, you will experience back. in that way. Exactly what you put in, because the universe is good. What you put in comes back. And then as you put in it again, it comes back. And eventually you can get some momentum with this. But we've got to start by creating deliberately. And what is deliberate creation? Taking all this neutral energy and giving it meaning with our thoughts based on love instead of fear. Thanks, guys. As always, it is up to you what you receive. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button just so I know, and subscribe, and keep the comments coming. I love to hear from each one of you, and I will answer them as much as I can. And as always, my unconditional love and appreciation.